Welcome back, Okraheads. Halo Okraheads here. Today we're going to be talking about Town Hall 9 Xbows, if you have them up for air or to the ground. So we're going to just go through a couple of bases here and just talk about, what's the best placement for these Xbows. There are many different options here that you can do. Now, when you're doing a war, I think it's important to look at the enemy player, your enemy mirror, if you're going to be mirroring, and see what kind of troops they have. If they have ground troops, then that means they're going to come from the ground. I would say most attacks probably, I don't know, at least in our clan, more come from the ground golems. So in this base right here, though, look what he's done. He has both of his Xbows on the outside. I would swap this around. Some of those, I would take maybe one of those air defenses and put that in place of the Xbow. Because on this base, he's obviously fighting off for air attacks right there. But for the next base here, Quest, now on Quest base, it's a small base. So what that means is I would have both Xbows pointed to the air, because on such a tightly confined base, you don't need the extra distance because the troops will get very close. They'll be right on the Xbow's range very quickly. So having the that one Xbow to the ground, it really doesn't do much, because really both of, it's such a small base, as I said before. So I would swap those out. And if you want to play it safe, you could put an air trap or two to set the air. But I would still keep the air traps to the ground, because, again, most attacks are golems. Especially golems are so powerful that most attackers use them. But see, on a base like this, for our number 5, this is a different layout. I would have actually these set to ground instead of air. Why? Well, one, it's such a spread out base that you need the extra range. That way, the Xbows can actually do some damage on those enemy troops as they come in. And you can, if you're afraid for the air attack, you can always put air defenses towards the center of the base, and protected by the storage units. That would definitely help for air attack, even with ground, even with both Xbows to the ground. And so you can also check your air traps. Now, if you want to play it cautious, if you're setting your Xbows to ground, you can always put the air traps to air. And another just important thing here, he has his air mines not close to his air defenses. This is a big no-no. Put all of your air mines next to your air defenses. Why? Because that way you'll guarantee they'll be used, and when they bring in those lava hounds, they'll be taken out quickly. And so here on Aces, our number 10, what would you do here? Now he has set both of his to air. Now, I could see this happening. The good reason for this is, one, his air defenses are on the towards the outside. So he's more culprit to an air attack and being 2 or 3 starred that way. So he can set his cross Xbows to air to help out from an air attack. But let's just look at the attacker here. His opposing number 10, as I said before, this is the enemy player. And so you just scout out the base, you go to his profile and look at his troops. So what he has here, he's got golems really high, and he's got his wizards up there, as well as the hogs as well, and witches. So, and his lava hound's only a level 2. So more than likely, he's going to use a ground attack. And you just have to play the odds in this, and you got to figure out, you think they're going to use a ground attack on the mirror, or you're going to do the air. So, when it comes to Xbows, feel it out. Do a little research. As you said, it took like 30 seconds to find the enemy player and see what his troops are like. But here is a big no-no too. He has both of his air traps set to air. I would put those traps, those skeleton traps, set to ground. He's got them to air. Switch those out, because you don't need all the air protection there, considering he is going to be, attacked probably from the ground on the mirror attack. Now, of course, you can't really do much with the, if someone else, say a higher level than you attacks you and they use a different troop layout. You can't plan for that. but plan at least for your mirror attack. That's how I would do it. And here's just some more bases here. You know, each of our players, it's very common to see one up and one down. And, you know, that's the safe bet. But again, I think go for the riskier move. You know, strategize, figure out what they're going to attack with, and then go with that. So if they have air troops, go Xbows to air. If they have ground troops maxed out or near maxed, go with the ground and just play the risky business there, or just play the odds. But anyways, guys, you know, there's just a little tips on setting your Xbows. We will tomorrow's video going to be coming out with possibly some Town Hall 9 defenses, but who knows? We'll always switch it up. But again, guys, thanks for watching. Appreciate it. Please subscribe, and as always, we'll see you next time. Halo out.